What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 392 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 103 of Monday Night Fusion, the go-home edition, as this Sunday indeed, will be the first Fusion exclusive pay-per-view of the season, and Requiem, of course, headlined by that Elimination Chamber match for the CMV Undisputed Championship. Paul Devine, in his second defense of the title, steps into the Elimination Chamber for the first time ever in his career, which is a little bit hard to believe, but indeed it is, folks. Devine, for the first time, journeys inside of the Devil to put his title up for grabs against 5 others. All of the Elimination Chamber competitors, guys, are in action tonight. In our main event, we're actually going to see 2 of them go at it, as Devine is going to be in action taking on, as voted by the CMV Universe, Travis King, the first time ever. Those 2 will be going one-on-one. In fact, the only man inside of the Elimination Chamber who has chamber experience will be Ziggler, who competed, of course, was that the Season 3 finale at Exodus. Of course, Ziggler, Mr. Money in the Bank, he'll be in action. Yeah, he takes on Bannon, and his tag team partner, his BFF, Shane Scott, will be taking on Azriel. Brody Sampson battles Billy Weaver, and we're also going to see Voice Vindy against Kendall Wolf, guys, and what I believe some people might feel is a dream matchup as we get right into the action here. Our first matchup of the evening, the second in a best-of-5 series, which began last week between these two after a hellacious matchup that got, and well-deserved, match of the night, with Curtis Heist picking up the first point, guys. That was a standard singles match, but this one is over the top rope challenge, which means that there are no pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, and no disqualifications. The only way for one of these guys to win is to throw over the top rope with both of their feet touching the floor. And I actually talked about it last week. I think this match type most definitely has to benefit big Curtis Heist, just the sheer size difference here. But Percy, of course, did get the win in their first matchup. CMV's only 3rd ever best-of-5 series here. And, of course, they're going to have their 3rd matchup at Requiem this Sunday. And as voted by the CMV Universe, it seems like it's going to be a knockout match, which, again, there will be no countouts, no disqualifications, no pins, no submissions. The only way to win will be to knock your opponent out. The ref has to call the balance. Look at that by Percy Simmons. And again, just unloaded. Look at these forearms. Now rebounds off the ropes for a clothesline. With these dangerous strikes, guys, the deck is all over. Would love to go up 2 points over Heist and force the big man to play catch-up. Of course, if Simmons were to win here in this matchup and then at the pay-per-view this Sunday, it would end. It would be a clean sweep for Simmons. He'd win the best-of-5 series. Nothing but a personal grudge on the line between these two. Pride. As look at this. Oh! Oh, shit! Heist ain't playing around. I said it, guys. This match type has to benefit Curtis Heist. He just chucks out the laundry right over the top rope. Heist is like, nah, get to stepping, fam. Right over the top, and Simmons is eliminated. And now it is 1-1 in the best-of-5 series. This Sunday they have their 3rd matchup. The tie will be broken, and again, I got to give the benefit of the doubt to Curtis Heist. That knockout match got to benefit him. He's a knockout artist. But Heist, after taking some nasty offense from Simmons early on, endures it and chucks him over the top rope. And from one over-the-top rope matchup to another, ladies and gentlemen, as our second matchup of the evening. Going to feature 6 competitors, all representing their respective teams, as Blood and Stone, we know, Rise, Bloody Justice, will be defending their Fusion Tag Team titles this Sunday at Requiem, but they need challengers. Last week, the Sierrastad Renegades got a 2-on-2 shot against the champions, and the reward would have been them getting the opportunity. They could have won, but Blood was able to knock them off, so now we need challengers. As we see, we have Crow, representing the Anarchists, Andrew Zacconi representing Public Enemy, Johnny Columbus representing, I should say, the Ballers Club, Big Hansi, Hans Lambra representing he and his party, Willis Moon representing Gen 7, and Tomas Kellstrom representing the CSR, looking to get one last opportunity. I'm sure Rise of Bloody Justice sitting backstage watching this one closely, ready for whatever challenge comes their way, man. The tag team champions have not been beaten since they won the titles the night after Battle Scars, 2.5 months ago now, maybe 3 months? But perhaps whichever man is able to survive here, grab his team, that opportunity will be the ones to finally dethrone Blood and Stone. What up, Goat? What up, Hellish? What up, everybody? Topher, Maury. Of course, Action Pat card. Batteries died. To be fair, a good time for them to die in the loading screen here instead of during a match. Our first tweet of the evening, guys, as we get ready for this second matchup, gonna come from Harvey Hastings, who says, "I'm coming back tonight to speak to the Americans. Time to clear the air." So Harvey Hastings, guys, apparently gonna come down to the ring for the first time since he lost the title 2 weeks ago to speak to the CMV Universe. Of course, he has a rematch for the title coming this Sunday, he and Troy Myers, for the CMV United States Championship. What up, Diamond? Yeah, that triple stream idea kind of went down the toilet because I was going to be live early. I was going to go live at 1, but my buddy had to stay over last night. He didn't leave until like an hour ago, so I couldn't start the stream. Depending on what time Fusion ends, depending if I'm feeling up to it, I might and probably will do reality wrestling, but Genesis is definitely going to be on Friday. So maybe reality wrestling after Fusion here. If not, then it will be with a double alongside Genesis on Friday. Hey, what up, Laser? Now this is Crow, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Anarchists. Looking to get he and Caleb Reed that tag team title opportunity this Sunday. This is an over-the-top rope matchup. We just saw how easy it was for Curtis Heist to chuck Percy Simmons over the top rope there, almost with ease. And I do believe the biggest man in this matchup is Hans Von Braun, so this matchup might benefit him. And here's a tweet, guys, from Jay Davis, who says, "Status update, giving the arm a break for once, but still battle-born and ready for this Sunday. Hashtag there or square." Yes, Davis finally been given a little bit of a break by General Manager Johnny Sampson before his big championship defense of the light heavyweight title this Sunday. A fatal four-way elimination match against challengers Rubik, Andrew Briggs, and Kendall Wolf. All men being given a break tonight, except for Wolf, of course. He's in our co-main event, taking on Voice Vindy for the first time ever. A dream match for many. I can't wait for it, I know. As now, here comes Andrew Zacconi, representing the Public Enemy. They haven't had the best of times since debuting towards the start of the season. They took a loss to the Sierra Stat Renegades some weeks ago. This man certainly gives me a ominous vibe as he enters the Fusion ring. Monday Night Fusion number 103 as now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Johnny Columbus. Representing the Ballers Club, of course, his tag team partner, Chris Diamond, the current CMV Rising Star champion, has his first title defense coming up this Thursday on Reality Wrestling against Rob Cross, and Columbus actually felt the sting of Cross last Thursday after winning a match against Vinny Vinyl. Cross would make his CMV debut, beating the hell out of Johnny. But Columbus is now back looking to get he and Diamond a tag team title opportunity this Sunday at Requiem. I love the dabs. Dab on the haters, that's all that matters. You got it, 702, and now the CM Universe about to get on their feet and do a little bit of dancing, as Hansi was born to do, right alongside wrestling, of course. Hans von Braun representing he and his father Baron in this Battle Royal matchup. How great would it be for the dance party to get that title opportunity this Sunday? Of course, Hans von Braun alongside his father Baron, and they both have stewing rivalry with the Anarchists, so I wouldn't be surprised if Hans and Tro went at each other here. They're actually going to be fighting on the series premiere of Supremacy, guys, which I can tell you the first episode will be releasing sometime within the next week. And the matches include the Anarchists against Dance Party. We're also going to see Lola from a match taking on DJ Law. In the main event, Anthony Brown will battle Percy Simmons. Cross-brand matchup. That will be releasing sometime in the next week. Indeed, make sure you're subscribed to our network channel, CMV Network, on YouTube. You can find the link aside our site, cmvwrestling.com, ! Join in the chat. The homepage, there is a links section. You'll find it there. Here we go. This man has garnered, alongside his tag team partner, very quickly the support of the CM Universe Gen 7, guys. Being represented by Willis Moon here. They actually got a victory over Dance Party a couple of weeks back. They had their run-ins with Damien as well, though that didn't go so well for them. And last but not least, guys, representing the Sierra Stad Renegades, it's going to be Tomas Kallstrom. And again, the CSR had an opportunity against the champions last week, but they lost out. One more chance here. If Tomas can bring it home, Blood and Stone awaiting the winners. Hey, what up, Gamer Tribe? Like I said, hopefully we'll be doing reality wrestling at least after Fusion's done here, but Genesis will definitely be on Friday. You're a big CSR fan, Echo, you know it. All the way from Sweden. Tomas Kallstrom. I'm sure all of these guys as tag team partners are in the back, giving their support. I literally just said, when Fusion's over, if it's not too late and I'm feeling up for it, reality wrestling will be after. If not, then it'll be on Friday, a double with Genesis. Here we go, the bell rings, ladies and gentlemen. Unlike our first matchup, 6 men filling the ring. And this over-the-top rope battle royal. As Hans von Braun perhaps already looking for an elimination here. CSR's dream's about to be thwarted. Holy shit, is he actually about to eliminate him already? No! Luckily, Tomas able to hang on. A big Damsion fan Topher. Who is it, though? Let's be honest. Up next, Brody Sampson going to be in action, guys, as he'll be battling Billy Weaver. Oh, who just got eliminated? That was, wait, who the fuck got eliminated? I didn't even see who's not in the ring right now. Crow got eliminated, guys. Crow of the Anarchists. I didn't even see who eliminated him either. I took one glance at the chat. Columbus eliminated him. Johnny Columbus got the elimination. So Crow is out, guys. That was a quick first elimination. Now only 5 remain. The Anarchist title opportunity goes down the toilet, but they'll have a chance to get back to momentum in the Supremacy Series premiere against Dance Party. The Dance Party will be tag team champions by then, if Hans can outlast the pack here. Gets on the up to Ciccone. That's kind of a dangerous place to be, but trying to rest as Hans continues the attack on Kallstrom. Willis Moon now. Willis Moon might be in trouble. I think Columbus might have just inadvertently saved Moon because he punched Ciccone as he was going for that clothesline. There's a kickoff to the midsection over the head, though. Goes Kallstrom now. Takes to the midsection. Looks like a modified double knee backbreaker by Moon here. Hey, what up, Assassin? Look at this. Johnny Columbus looking for a second elimination, guys, as Willis Moon looks for his first. Remember, the winner of this Battle Royal matchup earns their respective team a title opportunity this Sunday against Blood and Stone at Requiem. And Jack Dialop in the building. I'm sure he's very much looking forward to that Rising Star title matchup this Thursday, as Rob Cross makes his in-ring CMV debut, the light heavyweight champion from WGW challenging Chris Diamond. And I have gotten word that Columbus will be in the corner of Diamond for that championship matchup, so that does not bode well for Cross, but Columbus right now trying to earn he and Diamond a tag team title shot. Into the corner now. Nice suplex by Columbus. Oh, and look at this! Once again, the Public Enemy get taken down by the Sierra Stat Renegades as Kallstrom takes out Ciccone. But Kallstrom might be immediately in danger, so the Anarchist and the Public Enemy will not be going to Requiem this Sunday as Kallstrom again barely able to survive. Final 4, Willis Moon stand on top of things. Oh, there goes Kallstrom! Sierra Stat Renegades eliminated. Look at this, Columbus. Oh my God, with a Cobra Clutch slam to Hansi. So now it is Willis Moon, Johnny Columbus, and Hans Von Braun. The Ballers Club, Gen 7, and Dance Party remain. A lot of great action still to come to, guys. The matchup I'm probably most looking forward to is our main event for the first time ever. Travis King and undisputed champion Paul Devine one-on-one. Devine looking for that last-minute momentum, especially after taking that harsh loss in that handicap match last week. As Hans Von Braun might be looking to eliminate Johnny Columbus here. The big man has Columbus teetering. But look at that, Johnny, well played. But look at this, Hans not giving up. Now trying to push him to the outside, but some shots to the knee going to stop Von Braun from doing so. As now from behind, back suplex at a high angle. Took it out of Johnny, though. As now Willis Moon looks to capitalize with a... Oh, nice head scissors there. Stunning Columbus. Goes for a hook to the jaw. Forearm smash, though. Creates some distance now as we get a Michinoku driver. Hans Von Braun down in the corner as Columbus and Moon are tearing into each other. Johnny Columbus perhaps looking for his third elimination in this matchup, guys. Moon might be in big trouble. Yes! There goes Willis Moon! And it is down to Columbus and Hans Von Braun. Will it be the Ballers Club or will it be Dance Party that challenge Blood and Stone for the tag titles this Sunday at Requiem? 3 eliminations for Johnny Columbus. Very impressive. But Hans Von Braun now looking to soil the celebration early. Hammer and sickle by the big man. Stomped down onto the back of the head. Now just unloading straight shots to the face. As you see Willis Moon limp his way to the locker room. Look at this now. Hans just pouncing on Columbus. And Columbus not defending himself there. He got a good couple of shots right to the face. There we go. A much needed reversal by Columbus. Now let's see if he can take it home. Chris Diamond, I'm sure, in the back. Jumping up and down. Gritting his teeth. One more elimination. And the Ballers Club are going to Requiem. But it looks like Hans von Braun has something else in mind. Because it's going to be the dance party. He's trying. Columbus up on the top. Dangerous place to be. He's got to get out of there. Oh my God. Oh my God, yes, the dance party. Hans von Braun eliminates Columbus. And Dance Party will be challenging Blood and Stone for the Fusion Tag Team titles this Sunday. What a performance by Columbus with 3 eliminations, but the Heart of Hansi takes him home, and the father-son duo will be looking to become Fusion Tag Team Champions this Sunday. A little bit of a jig. Blood and Stone have got quite the look at Columbus like, you son of a bitch. On the outside, he's not happy about it, but Hans certainly is. Until King takes off that King logo that he stole from Travis, he'll always be terrible in my eyes. Alright, here we go. Blood and Stone do not have a match tonight, but now we know who they will be defending their titles against this Sunday, as Hans von Braun just earned he and Baron the Dance Party that shot by winning the Battle Royal. And now it is time to get into the Elimination Chamber competitor, not multiple chambers. That would be interesting. Brody Sampson, ladies and gentlemen, making his way out onto the stage here for action since the season started. Brody has been doing very well for himself. Picked up a victory over Voice Vinny, and of course alongside King and Mindy last week. Defeated Divine in that 3v1 handicap match after Pride and Filth ditched the undisputed champion. Brody, the first of all 6 chamber competitors to be in action tonight. Up next, it'll be Shane Scott battling Azrael. Then we'll see Voice Vinny and Kendall Wolf go at it. Bannon and Ziegler. And then, of course, our main event, King and Divine one-on-one. Brody Sampson looking to become the undisputed champion inside of the Devil's Domain. But like I touched on earlier, guys, the only of the 6 that will be headlining Requiem this Sunday who stepped inside of the chamber before is Ziegler. And Ziegler didn't win it, but he certainly has to remember the cold touch of the steel. Everybody else, including Divine, as unbelievable as that may be, has never been in a chamber match in his career. He has to defend his title against 5 others. As here comes Brody's opponent for the night, Billy Weaver, who we have not seen since the season premiere. Of course, he and Bannon most recently continuing their series of brawls on an airplane. But Bannon, we know, will be in action later on against Mr. Money in the Bank Jacob Ziegler, the former 2-time light heavyweight champion. And looking to get one up over Samson Boy here. Getting ready for action, guys. We have a tweet here from Chris Diamond who said, Johnny, it's okay. You did good. We're still going to be celebrating tonight anyway, baby. Rob Cross, we coming for you. This message has been deleted. Luckily that it was. Otherwise, Diamond might have got in a bit of trouble there. But it seems like Diamond is hyped up and very confident in himself that he will retain that Rising Star Championship against Rob Cross this Thursday. Crossbody tip goes right over Weaver's head, though, as the Hillbilly Outlaw back to a vertical base, rushes in, gets a punch to the gut, though. Certainly be great for all the Chamber competitors here to get wins and momentum, but you're up against some tough competition as Brody drops a fist directly to the face of Weaver. Brody Sampson unloading on Weaver now as he brings him up onto one knee. Why can't I talk tonight? Something's wrong. I think I'm dying finally. I think the last aneurysm has gotten me here, guys. Forearm smash attempted. Almost gets it the second time, but Brody able to counter it. Send it right back his way. Sampson now into the ring. Goes for a scoop slam. Drops down behind. Punch to the back of the head. This would be a great opportunity for Weaver, who has competed in an Elimination Chamber match before. In fact, he was in that same chamber that Ziggler was in. Wait a minute, Weaver? Is he looking for a 5-knuckle shuffle? The Hillbilly shutting his stuff. That was unexpected. Brody writhing in pain. Elbow drop. Looks like it caught him right on the shoulder. Brody was starting to move. Didn't land how he wanted it to there, but still got enough. As now Weaver bringing the opposition to a vertical base. Irish whip. Going to catch him on the rebound. Looked like he slapped him right in the face. Looks like Billy Weaver is very excited here. Brody Sampson to his feet, pounced on with a Lutez, just unloading those rights. I think Billy Weaver's picturing Brody Sampson's face as Bannon's right now. Goes for the grapple counter, though, as Sampson going to throw Weaver overhead. You know, Brody Sampson has only had, I think this is his 5th singles match in his career. 2 times he's fought Paul Devine. Both times he beat him. That was last season. And, of course, he lost a Hell in a Cell to Schmitty last season. He beat Voice Vindy at the top of the month, yeah, in the season premiere. So this is only his 5th singles match ever, guys. Up against Billy Weaver here as Brody puts him into the corner. Of course, you have Brody Sampson inside that Hell in a Cell. If you didn't watch it, it was a brutal matchup right now. Elbow stamp at Purgatory. Cost Brody, what, he was out for, geez, 5 months. Returned alongside his father, though, on the season premiere as he goes for the ace in the hole. But Weaver a little bit quicker to save himself with that face buster. Smarts, though, on display by Brody as he rolls to the outside of the ring where he knows Weaver can't pin or submit him. Brody now rolls back in, looking for a neckbreaker, which is pulled off nicely. And a tweet here, guys, from Johnny Columbus. But wait a minute. I think Brody might go to try for it again. Yes, ace in the hole, and this time it connects. That brutal discus clothesline. As here's that tweet from Columbus, says, true that. We have shown the world who we are, and we will continue to do that. Hashtag shocking CMV one match at a time. Hashtag Ballers Club. Oh, look at that. Kind of adopting the persona of the Bloody Brit for a moment with the double middle fingers. Now Weaver looking to come back into this matchup. He can feel it slipping away from him. Rebounds out of the corner. Oh, another forearm smash into a bulldog. Nicely done by Weaver. Riding high right now. The Hillbilly Outlaw, vintage, with the pullback trio of elbows. There's 2 and there's the 3. Cracking him right on the skull. Weaver's not done, though. Seated position, kicking him right in the back. But look at that, Brody sees it coming from behind, tries to capitalize, escapes, though, does Weaver. Now Weaver from behind misses the punch, though, and that's going to make him pay. Little cheeky arm wrench by Brody. And now Brody right in on the river. The knee up under the jaw. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Weaver 2.9999999 right there. He was able to kick out of that. Mamma mia. That was a close call. Now Weaver, I think he just tried for the 4-wheel drive, which is bad news because Sampson able to reverse now, unloading on Billy. I'm sure Bannon watching this from the boiler room, where the hell he is. With a smile on his face, goes for a crossbody. Horribly misses, though, as Brody with a kick to the thigh chop across the chest, overhand. Now to the jaw, turns around, down on the knee with a reverse DDT. Samson is just tearing into Weaver right now, guys. Again! Wait a minute, I think he's set off position. Yes, he is! Samson for a second time on the river. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. What? Are you kidding? Weaver kicking out of a second. Knee to the jaw. Wow. Impressive by Weaver. We know he can take a beating and come back more than anybody in all of CMV, but as much as he keeps kicking out, he can't seem to find his groove in this one. Samson dominating. Weaver has to make a big reversal and capitalize if he hopes to somehow win this matchup, guys. Samson now dragging him out towards the center of the ring. Looks like he's going to try for another pin. Wanted to make sure there were no rope breaks. Only a 2 count that time, though, and you see Brody kind of like, God damn it, man, come on. Samson wants to try to conserve as much energy as he can heading into the chamber this Sunday. Doesn't want to risk an injury either, of course. Nobody does tonight. But Weaver's giving him a run for his money. Look at that. Every time Weaver makes a reversal, Brody is right there to meet him with one of his own. Now up against the ropes, Ace. With a little cheeky Irish whip. Ducks down. Weaver from behind with a nasty clothesline. Just turned him inside out. And now, up on the shoulders, Michinoku driver by Samson. And that might be the prelude to yet another on the river. Looks like he wants to make sure that the job is done. Weaver, I think Weaver countered it. I think Weaver reversed on the river. Slaps away the hand. Single knee backbreaker, tracks that spine. I heard it all the way from over here. Desperation pin by Samson as he hooks that leg. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Huffing and puffing is Brody. Look at that. Breathing heavily, exerting all of his energy on on Weaver, I should say. Divine's not to the main event. I'm just excited to see him, you know. Guillotine on that top rope. Samson now with the unique offense, trying to do what he has to fucking take out Billy. 2 leg drops in a row. Grabs him by that beard, brings him to his feet. Oh! Ace in the hole again. But Samson not content to try to go for the pin, which I would have if I was in his shoes. And that's why you can't give Weaver an opening. Neckbreaker from behind. Beautiful. Weaver saw an opening and he capitalized on it. Gets a boot to the Chrome Dome, though. From behind on the river a 3rd time. And that has got to be it. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Weaver kicks out of a 3rd on the river. His jaw's got to be hanging on by a fucking thread if it's not completely disintegrated. But he still kicks out. Now hooking the leg. Look at that major up. Still looking to steal it, but only a 2 count. I don't know how Weaver's conscious, let alone standing right now. As he looks for a power bomb, maybe. But Ace counters into a sit-out face buster. Coming up from Weaver's blind side. Weaver, though, able to see it coming anyhow with that veteran instinct. Snap suplex now by Samson. Yeah, we all know when Billy Weaver is drunk on that moonshine, he's nearly unstoppable. That's a good hypothesis right there. Good thinking. Probably chugged a couple of bottles before coming out here. Look at that. Samson now grabbing at his head here, guys. Brody staggers back with a jawbreaker. Weaver, 4-wheel drive. Oh my God, the Hillbilly Outlaw into the pin. This would be a huge upset and a great win. 1, 2, 3. Weaver. Oh my God. Billy Weaver survives 3 on the Rivers, hits a four-wheel drive and gets the win. Wow. Wow. What a comeback. My God. Ultimate Weaver. Brody hit 3 of those knee strikes, man. Weaver just kept taking it. Like I said, if there's anybody on the CMV roster who can take a beating and come back, it is Billy Weaver. What a win for the Hillbilly Outlaws. The ref's just glitching into him right now. Brody heads into the Elimination Chamber this Sunday with no momentum thanks to that man. Quick drink of water there as we get ready for our 4th matchup of the night here on Fusion number 103, as it is now going to be Elimination Chamber competitor Shane Scott out for that last second grab at Momentum as he takes on Big Boa Azriel. And Azriel, of course, poised for action himself this Sunday at Requiem. He'll be going one-on-one with Ryan Kent. But we know that Azriel, never quiet about letting his intentions be known, has his eyes set on that Undisputed Championship. If he can pull off an upset like Weaver just did, certainly take one step closer. As we get a tweet, guys, from Ryan Kent, who says, at Requiem, I'm going to send Azriel to hell and back. How am I going to do this? By putting him through tables, ladders, and chairs. So Kent finally lets us know what the match title. Remember, Azriel made the challenge 2 weeks ago to Kent, and the Boa said, since I made the challenge, Kent, I'll be nice enough to let you pick the match. Well, the Fire starter picking one a hell of a bout. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Wants to use everything he can to beat the hell out of the best one around. Azriel, though, got to be focused because Shane Scott is nobody to play around with. This season so far has not exactly been the best for Pride and Filth. They have yet to capture victory this season from here. They lost out on a tag championship shot. And then, of course, last week they were supposed to team with Paul Devine in the main event, but they ended up ditching him, leaving Devine to a 3v1 handicap scenario, and Devine eventually succumbed despite fighting his heart out. Azriel certainly no stranger to ladders. Former Money in the Bank competitor. Be a huge win for Azriel this Sunday at Requiem if he can knock off Kent. One of the greatest ever step into a scene, bring a future Hall of Famer. And this all started because Azriel, remember, last season actually teamed with Ryan's brother Sean. They were Fusion Tag Team Champions, but they ended up going to a brutal rivalry, which culminated at Battle Scars 3. And once Ryan Kent was drafted to Fusion, Azriel said, hey, I got rid of one Kent brother. How about the other one? And Ryan taking exception to Azriel talking trash about his family. There we go. Azriel's opponent It is the filthy one, Shane Scott, who, much like Ziggler later on against Bannon, needs this win going into the Elimination Chamber. Of course, they're going to have that dynamic inside of the Devil's Domain, where I'm sure we'll see Scott and Ziggler work together against the other 4 competitors, but at the end of the day, only one man can walk out of Requiem as undisputed champion. Here we go, guys. Azrael, Shane Scott, 1-on-1 Monday Night Fusion number 103. As Shane Scott just busts right out of the gate with a knee to Azrael. Then before he can fall, half and half suplex sends him flying overhead. God damn. Azrael not getting a breath here. He wasn't ready. Brain buster. Shane Scott just fucking unloading on the former 2-time international champion. Mamma mia, man. Now what is he doing here? Knee right to the gut. Jesus Christ. Well, we know Kent's watching, right? I'm sure he's licking his lips, salivating at what's happening right now. But look at that. Azrael finally going to fire back and answer with that Pele kick. Stomp. Thigh there. Shane Scott. Now Azrael in the corner. Dirty heel tactics. Referee Murphy was busy looking at Shane Scott as he clutches at his knee. Did not see Azrael expose that harsh steel. Question is, both these men are dirty heels. Which of them is going to utilize it? That's the shades of Ryan Kent right there with a single knee face breaker by Scott. Not every title. Ryan Kent, there's 2 titles in CMV today that Kent has not held, which are both on Fusion, the United States and the Fusion tag team. But every other title that CMV has ever had, Ryan Kent has indeed captured. Nice spear gonna send Shane Scott tumbling out of the outside. This matchup has certainly shifted momentum, and it's all Azrael now as he kicks Scott right in the chest. Now, well, Rob Cross has the opportunity to be the first man ever to hold a CMV and WGW title at the same time. Brainbuster on the outside. If a Brainbuster isn't already enough, just driving your opponent's head into the mat on the outside. It's pretty much concrete out there. Those pads offer little to no support. The count of 6, Azrael now taking this fight back into the ring as he drags Filth away from the ropes. Going to try for a pin here. Lateral press by Boa, but not even a 1 count. Jeez. We don't talk about those here, Topher. Oh! You blinked, you missed it. Super kick out of nowhere by Double S. As now he looks to capitalize, bring the knee to the jaw with a shining wizard. Gonna look to see Shane Scott try and pay homage to his BFF Jacob Ziggler with a pedigree here. But Azrael knows what's coming as he goes to the top rope. Are we gonna see a flying asshole right now? Points towards Shane Scott, waiting for him to get back up to his feet. Azrael, oh! Shane! Shane! Catches him with a kick to the gut! Pedigree! Shane Scott now into the pin, making sure there's no rope breaks. 1, 2, no, but not enough for the 3. Somehow Azrael able to kick out. But that match just most definitely shifted the control firmly into the corner of Filth. But look at this now, just dilly-dallying at his own pace, driving the knee to the temple. And now vintage Shane Scott as he tries for a Dragon Sleeper, hoping that Azrael, with the pain of the pedigree applied, will tap out, but Azrael escapes with some nice knees directly to the face before Azrael can grab out of no snapmare by Filth as he ties Azrael's arm behind his back, now planting his arm to the canvas. And this has deadly intentions inbound stomping on that wrist. And Azrael, we know, loves to go for the phenomenal forearm, so that might take it out of his arsenal. Again, back to the Dragon Sleep. It looks like he doesn't have it properly locked in, though. Azrael's head is completely out of the lock. He should be able to survive this and escape it. No, Shane Scott, let's go. Shane Scott looking to maintain control. Azrael shoots for a scoop slam and gets a reverse DDT instead. Look at that, another Dragon Sleeper applied, but that time Azrael got lucky with a rope break. Double S now brings him to his feet. Irish Whip gonna put Azrael in the corner, man. Ever since Shane Scott caught him with that pedigree, Azrael's had little to absolutely no offense. Now put up on the top rope. Dastardly deeds for sure inbound, but Azrael counters. Nice clothesline. And now Big Asshole. Azrael with the boa constrictor. Boa constrictor locked in, but Azrael unfortunately does not have it locked in tight enough. Shane Scott with a knee to the back of the head, able to survive. Now gets a Hurricane Rana by Azrael. That's new. Not exactly what I would call a high flyer, a very agile man, but now Azrael lining up the shot. What's he looking for here? Azrael. Oh my God, don't tell me he's going for consequence. Yes, he is. Shane Scott's neck right down onto the shoulder. 1, 2. Only a 2 count though. Shane Scott gets his shoulder just barely up off the canvas to survive consequence there. One of the most deadly maneuvers in a wrestling ring. Tries to fire back, but Azrael reverses now. Brainbuster of his own. You see Azrael, though, he keeps collapsing, keeps finding it hard to get back up to his feet. That stamina game is not paying off well, and especially since Kent revealed it will be a TLC this Sunday between he and Az. You better be working on that cardio all week. A mini phenomenal forearm catches him on the jaw. Now rebounds off the ropes. Azrael with an elbow drop directly to the face of Filth. Lateral press. Oh, nearly gets the 3 count. Shane Scott continues to survive, but he's got to do more than that if he wants to get the win here. And that momentum heading into the chamber. Another brain buster by Azrael. The former international and tag team champion having his way with Scott right now, guys. Soccer ball kick. Puts him back into the seated position. Another kick. Note this time Shane Scott saw it coming. Able to move out of the way. Kicks to the midsection. Once more with the single knee face break. And I'm sure Azrael will be feeling that a lot this Sunday. Shane Scott's just prepping him for it as now he lines up the shot. Azrael hooks the arms. Pedigree. Busts him wide open. Wastes no time to Shane. 1, 2. What's with the kickouts tonight? Jesus Christ. Azrael kicking out of a second pedigree. And look at, he is busted open. Oh my God. Azrael to the apron. Big Boa. Gonna go for that phenomenal forearm, but he misses. He botched it. He's still connected somewhat, but certainly did not get the full effect of it. And that's good news if your name is Shane Scott. Not so much if you're Azrael. Oh, big asshole. Looks to finish things off once and for all. If he connects with this, guys, if Shane cannot wiggle free. Consequence again. A maneuver that can so easily break your neck, but Azrael's just looking for that 3 count. 1, 2, go! Shane Scott kicks out of a second consequence. These two put on a clinic as Azrael back to the apron. Springboard 450. Geez, Azrael really working on his athleticism over the break. Stomp to the bicep. Now SS brought back to his seat, but an arm drag. Now taking Azrael for a walk here. Face first off that exposed turnbuckle, guys. Off the exposed turnbuckle. And now Shane Scott drives his knee, bam, right into that gash. As Azrael is donning that proverbial crimson mask. Shane Scott looks for the final touch, but no, counters the Shining Wizard. And now Azrael, power bomb with some oof behind it. Azrael, I think he just went for the boa constrictor again. Countered by Scott though. Now Shane closes in, knee to the face once more, but he drops down to his knee, both men down. But Shane Scott, purely out of instinct, no, not going to try for the pin. Instead, just trying to get some gas back into the tank here. This has been a hellacious, hard-hitting, and brutal matchup. Shane Scott, quite frankly, risking an injury heading into Requiem if this matchup keeps up much longer. Shane Scott looks to finally bring it to an end, though, as he pushes Azrael face first into the canvas, and the cockiness still on display by Shane late into this one. That ego shining bright as it always does. Kick to the chest. Azrael now back to his feet. Shane Scott tries for a suplex, gets a knee to the top of the head instead. The boa shoots in, gets taken over with the fireman's carry though. Now both men knowing that the next to hit a big move will probably be the winner. Reversal after reversal after reversal. Azrael! Azrael! Oh, shit. A third time. Consequence. Wants to make sure Scott doesn't get lucky with a rope break. That's gotta do it. Hooks the leg. Uno, dos. Are you kidding me? Azrael livid, and rightfully so, but the ref calls it. Murphy says it was not a 3. Shane Scott survives, but that neck, guys, I don't know how smart this is. If I were Shane Scott, I would just stay down because there's something more important on the line this Sunday than just momentum. It's the Undisputed Championship. A lifting reverse DDT. Yeah, script out the window here between these two. Azrael absolutely drenched in sweat and blood. Shane Scott, though, loves it, licking his lips. Filth! With a rocket kick, I think that was. Now kicks out the knee. This time Azrael can't reverse. Shining Wizard. Flips him over. Shane Scott not going to try for the pin, though. Instead brings Azrael up into a seated position. As he takes a deep breath, drops down, but gets a punch to the jaw. Too much showboating is going to cost Shane Scott. Azrael flops in a lateral press, but it's still not enough. What's up, Juggernaut? This is a pretty amazing matchup right now. It's Azrael with a lion salt. Welcome to CMV, though, my friend. I hope you're enjoying it. If you have a call and you want them featured, you're more than welcome. CMVWrestling.com is our website. As Shane Scott, a third time, the pedigree. Into the pin. Oh my God, how was that a rope break? That was not a rope. Get out of here, Murphy. Wow, Azrael with the blessing that Murphy called that a rope break. That's garbage. Oh. Did it freeze? It's frozen on my screen. Yeah. Hopefully it was just my stream. Yeah, alright, that was weird. It just froze for me. Refresh if it did it for you as well. That was weird. Alright, let's continue this amazing matchup where both men just refuse to stay down. Up to the second turnbuckle now. Shane Scott is not a frequent flyer, but gets off a knee drop there. And look at that. Despite the fact that this matchup has not exactly been going his way, like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing, Scott in the corner. Now closing back in on Big Asshole as he looks to bring him up to his feet. Instead gets a knee to the chest. Lateral press. Azrael now, every time he gets an opening, goes into the pin hoping that'll be enough to steal it, but Shane Scott continues to kick out and kick out. Azrael returning, lets out a mighty roar as blood just absolutely drenching his face now. Action roll by Scott, forearm smash, gonna put him in the corner. Oh, as Azriel, Tree of Woe, looking to let him bleed out. Damn, kick to the chest. Now going for another scoop slam. Shane Scott, though, still with enough left in him to counter into a reverse DDT. Seated position for as Shane Scott just looks down at him, now unleashes the kick to the spine. Both these men on spaghetti legs. Counter by Azriel. Counter by Shane Scott. Kick to the gut. Counter by Azriel. Dragon Scooter. I think that's the only thing this match was missing. Oh, he tried for this earlier in the matchup, but he kind of botched it. He looks to rewrite that wrong now. Azriel on the apron. Phenomenal. Shane Scott again with the catching pedigree. Was looking for the phenomenal forearm, instead gets a face full of canvas. 1, 2. Are you fucking joking? What? I'm as pissed as Shane Scott right now. How the hell did Azriel kick out? That's the 4th fucking pedigree he's taken in this match. What the hell? Jesus Christ, dude. This matchup is too much right now. Oh, exposed turnbuckle for Azriel. Shane Scott with a headbutt. I don't know how smart that was, especially after all the damage that Azriel's done to Scott's neck in this match. Yeah, twice now Azriel's been caught with that catching pedigree. It might be time for him to, reassess his game plan here. Michinoku driver by Scott into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Shane Scott gets it, guys. Simply too much for Azriel to endure. That spinning Michinoku driver does it, and Scott gets the win after one hell of a match. Wow. Man, 4 pedigrees Azriel took in this match. 4. And Shane Scott walks out with the win, guys, but I think he might be walking into Requiem with a broken neck. The height he got on that. I think that was the 2nd pedigree he hit in the match. Wow. What a win for Shane Scott. Now we'll see if his BFF, Jacob Ziegler, can get himself that W later on in our co-main event against Bannon. What up, Gumble? Just Mitch won a hell of a match as Filth. Gonna snake away with the W. All right, here we go, fellas. The tertiary main event. Shout out to Cap. And the matchup I'm probably second most looking forward to tonight, because as I said earlier, that main event, baby, has got my attention. Travis King and Paul Devine, one-on-one for the first time ever. But right now, a dream match that I think might be on many people's lists, but I'd love to see that. Never thought they'd be able to. As Voice Vindy taking on Kendall Wolf, a former global champion, against a former undisputed champion, and one of these two or maybe both of them will walk out of Requiem this Sunday with some new gold around their waists. As of course we know, Kendall Wolf will be a part of that Fatal 4-Way elimination match for the light heavyweight title, while Vindy ventures into the Elimination Chamber for the first time in his career. Vindy, in that 3v1 handicap match last week, was actually the one who pinned undisputed champion Paul Devine. And that is a huge rocket boost for Vindy. If he can defeat Wolf here, Fusion number 103, well, my money might be on Vindy to walk out of Requiem in Calgary, Alberta, Canada this Sunday as the new undisputed champion, the first man to ever hold the global and undisputed title. As here he comes, the always dangerous, the always maniacal CMV veteran and future Hall of Famer Kendall Wolf. Looks to add yet another belt to his already stacked resume this Sunday. Once again, that Fatal 4-Way elimination match. He, Rubik, and Briggs vie to become light heavyweight champion as Jay Davis defends his belt. And Kendall Wolf has before felt the cold and unforgiving steel of the Elimination Chamber. He knows what it's like to be slammed off that grated, just malicious, fucking disgusting and disturbing structure. A man who main evented Ascendance 4 to win the undisputed title, returned after a year absence, the end of last season, looking for one last run. Here we go. First time dream matchup, voice Vindy, Kendall Wolf, two strikers about to unleash on one another as Murphy rings the bell, and here we go. Wolf explodes out of the gate with a Luthez press and just raining down some rights directly to the face of Double V here. And I think most people, I think that the majority of the CMV universe are going to have their support, put their support behind Divine to retain this Sunday against the odds. You know, Divine's sister Jade retained her Vixen's title last season, or that was 2 seasons ago rather, season 3 inside of the Elimination Chamber. Of course, Divine, now I think two and a half months he's held the gold. Was captured back from Schmitty at Battle Scars 3, was able to retain it in 3 stages of hell at Retaliation. But the Elimination Chamber, guys, is a whole nother playing field. And again, Divine has never stepped foot. Guys, we're at a count of 5 right now as Vindy slams Kendall face first onto that glass. That is like pure glass right there. Count of 7, and it looks like we might have a count out coming our way. I don't even know if these two are realizing Murphy's count here as Vindy just unloads on Wolf. Guys, we're at a count of 8 here. I think maybe 9 even. 9, count of 9. Vindy looking to make it to the ring. Vindy's gonna steal it. 10. Voice Vindy with the smarts, guys. The smarts by Vindy. He knows, unlike Shane Scott and unlike Brody Samsonite, he knows he has to conserve his energy the best that he can to walk into the chamber nice and fresh. And that's exactly what he did. Game plan on display by Vindy as he wins via count out over Kendall Wolf here. Takes the momentum, continues to roll, and does not risk injury. A smart play by the former global champion here, as Kendall Wolf just seething pissed on the ramp that Vindy took the cheap way out. All right, here we go, guys. A tweet from Jack Dialop says, today's Jack fact. Rob Cross and Chris Diamond, especially Diamond, are overrated, but Jack is not overrated and should be in the Rising Star title match instead of another overrated twerp. So Dialop, of course, who has his own issues with Chris Diamond, was hoping it'd be him in that Rising Star title match this Thursday. But of course, it will be Rob Cross and Chris Diamond instead, one-on-one for the gold, as Diamond makes his first defense since capturing it at Death Wish. And Rob Cross, of course, the current WGW light heavyweight champion. If he can be victorious, history, the first man to ever hold a CMV and WGW title at the same time. Right now, it is time for our co-main event on Monday Night Fusion. I'm a little bit salty because I was actually very much looking forward to Vindy and Wolf, but hopefully we'll get to see it another time down the line, especially since the look on Wolf's face. I'm thinking he'll want a piece of Vindy. And here we go. The Harbinger of Darkness makes his way out onto the Fusion stage. Of course, we saw his arch foe and Billy Weaver compete early night. Weaver actually knocking off Brody Sampson. Bannon looks to do the same to Mr. Money in the Bank, Jacob Ziegler here. Still to come in our main event, Travis King one-on-one with undisputed champion Paul Devine in a first-time encounter. The former Anarchy champion dauntingly makes his way towards the ring here. He and Billy Weaver for the past 2-3 months have fought everywhere you can think of, in a movie theater, a church, an abandoned carnival, or no, that was not abandoned, it was an actual carnival, people around it, a strip club, and most recently on an airplane. Bannon, though, knows what an opportunity this is, and again, much like the almost, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost the flavor tonight. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't, for some reason, remember. Every Elimination Chamber competitor is going up with someone who has been in the chamber, whereas they haven't. You see Brody Sampson took on Weaver. Weaver has been in the chamber. Brody hasn't. We saw Shane Scott took on Azrael. Azrael hasn't been in there either, but I just saw Vindy took on Wolf. Wolf was in the chamber where Vindy hasn't, but this man is the only of the 6 this Sunday who can say he has experience inside of the Devil's Domain. Mr. Money in the Bank, Jacob Ziegler. And after seeing MLP cash in at Death Wish, successfully become Alpha World Champion, Ziegler's got to be feeling very good about carrying that briefcase around. I'm sure it's backstage safe with Shane Scott right now. But Bannon actually was inside of that same chamber that Ziegler was in. The season finale, way back when, season 3. These two men do know each other as the Pride of Scotland looks to follow up on his BFF's victory to get one of his own. Imagine if Ziegler can walk out of Requiem in Calgary, Alberta, Canada this Sunday as the undisputed champion while holding Money in the Bank. He'll pretty much be unstoppable. If he ever loses the title, he can just cash in right away to get it back. So dangerous is having that Money in the Bank briefcase. You can literally just come out of nowhere like MLP did at Death Wish after the main event, cashed in and won. Anytime, anywhere, but right now, Ziegler can get a German suplex at the hands of the Harbinger of Darkness. We know that probably the real focal point on the Elimination Chamber this Sunday, the most history between Ziegler and Paul Devine, just elevated last week after Pride and Filth ditched Devine, left him to that 3v1 last week. Supposed to be a 6-man. Oh, Ziegler went for a fucking slick shot knee to the outside, but he actually missed. He went and shattered his kneecap. No, it seems to be okay as he drops a knee drop. Now Bannon brought to his feet, front headlock. Maybe Ziggler about to take a page out of Voice Vindy's playbook and get a count-out victory himself. Saw how smart that was. No, bam! Goes Bannon's face off the apron, though, that hardest part of the ring. Count of 4 right now as Ziggler continues his onslaught towards Bannon. 5 by referee Murphy. Bannon finally able to make a reversal. Oh, right to the face. Ziggler meeting the outside of the ring as Bannon wrenched his arm. Count of 7, guys. Let's see if Bannon can save this for us. Front headlock to Ziggler. Gonna go for a back suplex. These guys might just be completely deaf to the count right now because we're at 8. Oh, good God. Guys, 9 and Bannon! Bannon! Into the ring! Bannon! No! Come on, are you kidding? Bannon! Oh my God, Ziggler's Albius is actually gonna off himself. Bannon is the one who steals from Voice Vindy's list of ideas. Bannon with a win over Mr. Money in the Bank via countout. I think I'm going to turn countouts up to 20, to be honest. Getting a little bit ridiculous at this point. But Bannon says, nah, fam, let me grab that win real quick. Leave Ziggler lying on the outside with a loss via countout. So we can hold the moment of silence for Albius right now. Ooh, I meant to mute my mic. Sorry if you heard that. But Ziggler has most definitely got to be fuming. At least his BFF Shane Scott was able to grab a win, and that's kind of shared momentum between them. But unfortunate for Mr. Money in the Bank. Yeah, I'm going to be turning countouts up to 20 after this. Sometimes countout works, and sometimes, like the X-Gen Classic Finals, that was beautiful. I loved that countout. Sometimes it's nice, but it's happening way too frequently this season. We're like, this is what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the 12th stream of this season so far, and there's probably been like 10, 11 countouts in total. The important knows, as it is time for our main event of the evening here on Monday Night Fusion number 103. The go-home show for Requiem this Sunday, as here comes the perfect specimen of former undisputed champion and the man who holds only 2 losses to his name, Travis King. I talked about how Divine is probably the fan favorite of the 6 inside the chamber, but this man has got to have those betting odds. He certainly has my vote. Travis King dominated the Fusion roster last season, became the 3rd annual Cyborg Invitational winner. And of course, he might still be undisputed champion to this day, if not for Schmitty stripping him of the belt, beating him and firing him. But luckily, the Saint Johnny Sampson, our general manager, brought him back and has given him the opportunity to walk out of Canada as a 2-time world champion this Sunday, and gives him the opportunity tonight to put down the current world champion, the Asian sensation, Paul Divine. And I talked about a couple of weeks ago how Divine actually last season at one point praised Travis King, gave him credit, acknowledging King's efforts and his abilities in the ring. But tonight, Divine's going to be face to face with the Beast. And his tone might be changing a little bit. As King eagerly waits. Of course, King was a part of that team last week alongside Samson and Vindy that defeated Divine, but it was Vindy who actually pinned the champion, as here he comes, the Asian sensation, the man who puts the Rising and Rising Sun, Japan's biggest export, and the current 3-time CMV undisputed champion, Paul motherfucking Divine, who scratched and clawed and went through hell last season to finally stand atop the mountain as the face that runs the place. And is not looking to let that strap go. Even if it's 1, if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4, if it's 5, if it's an entire army, if it's inside an elimination chamber, it doesn't matter. Divine is not going to let that title go without one hell of a fight. Of course, we just saw his brother Quantum at Ground Zero retain the Unmatched World title. We'll see if Divine can do the same. That's a bit more of a challenge for the Asian sensation. Divine live here on Monday Night Fusion. Stands atop the world with the gold. But will we see in that same sight this Sunday when the dust settles? Travis King is not unbeatable. We know that. The season premiere, Jay Davis, was able to grab a victory over him. The only other man who can claim a win over King is Harvey Hastings, who of course we are still to hear from tonight regarding his United States Championship rematch against Troy Myers this Sunday. But right now it is the perfect specimen. Kicking things off with a side headlock. As Divine's going to push him into the ropes. Tosses him, rebounds. Divine going to catch him. No! Bulldozed over with a shoulder block. Divine just looking up almost in astonishment, as now he's smashed head first off that top turnbuckle, and King with a lucha DDT spikes him around the top of his head. Travis now puts him in that seated position. Now down on one knee. Divine at the mercy of Travis King currently. Goes for a suplex, stalled though by Divine, and a punch up to the gut. The Undisputed Champion closes in, taking her head though with the fireman's carry. Punch right to the pec, kick to the gut to fire back, front headlock. Last week on Monday Night Fusion, guys, right before the main event, when we thought it was still going to be that 6-man elimination tag team tables match, right before the match started, we got that very ominous, very, what's that word I'm looking for? The not so clear. It was a very cryptic message from somebody shrouded in darkness on the Titantron, threatening the winner of the Elimination Chamber. Says it insulted every single of the 6. Said it doesn't matter which of you is able to survive the chamber this Sunday, because I'll be waiting for you. Gonna bring prestige back to that world title. So now we got someone waiting in the wings, apparently, ready to step out. And that's got to be something to keep on your mind for also, especially Divine, but all the 5 challengers too, that somebody is just waiting to strike. As Travis King going to pull that Simon Hancock to stand there in the power slip position. Divine going to chop him down, taking out the back of the knee. Double boost to the chest, going to fling back the world champion out. Lateral press attempt by King, able to kick out at 1. Goes for a suplex again. Divine denies it though and gets a punch off to the ribs. What? It's a Monday Night Fusion. You alright, Tomcat? Crossing the legs. Fisherman's a buster by the man who puts the Rising and Rising Sun. But look at that. Wherewithal by King as he rolls to the outside of the ring. Regains his composure, then strikes back in. Unfortunately, walks right into a front headlock. Gets a knee up to the face. Irish whip now into the corner. From behind, forearm smash, lower back, another forearm smash. As now he turns him about, looks King right in the eyes. Irish whips the other corner, charges him now. Boom! Misses the dropkick. And gonna catch an Enzu lariat right to the back of the head. Look at those 18-inch pythons, brother. And now King. TKO! Look at the way that King jumps out as well, just adding to the impact into the pin. Only a 1 count still, though, for the perfect specimen. As now King not beating around the bush. This would be the biggest win of Travis King's career, next to winning the world title, as he looks to do the same this Sunday. Checkmate! Quickly hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Travis King arguing with referee Murphy, but the official has made his decision. It was not a 3. Devon able to survive. Another timestamp out of nowhere. And those precious couple of seconds that King wasted arguing with the ref, Divine's going to use to capitalize. Goes for Divine Intervention, catches it. Now Divine flailing like a fish out of water as King floors him with that gut wrench suplex. Not done though, it's King super kick by the genetically superior machine. Divine though, able to shake those cobwebs the best that he can. European uppercut now as he closes in. Michinoku driver. Doesn't grab that leg, not looking to finish. Instead, Divine seeks to keep his head above water. Couple of forearm smashes. And paying homage to his ex-gen brother, Hayden, with that catchphrase. Now Divine, don't know what he was trying for there, but whatever it was, unfortunately is countered. Travis with a neck breaker, raises his arm in dominance. Almost marking his territory. King with an Irish whip though. Divine counters. Travis on the apron gets a punch to the jaw that sends him down to the outside of the ring. We've already had 2 countouts here tonight. Doesn't look like Divine is going to go and fetch Travis though. Instead going to take this time. Oh, just as I say that. And Travis King like, nope. King's like, nah, not happening. Oh, swinging reverse STO, busts King wide open. A nasty cut to the forehead of Travis. Catchphrase a second time. And the undisputed champion, the champ that runs the camp now, basking in the praise of the CMV universe as King starts to stir, desperately looking to bring himself up to a vertical base. Divine says, I'll help you, fam. Oh, 24th punch! Hooks that leg. 1, 2, 3, and Paul Divine, with the power of his brother behind that strike, puts down the perfect specimen, and Travis King eats only his 3rd defeat ever as Divine barrels towards the Elimination Chamber. Hard hitting and a couple of close calls between these two. That checkmate early on from King had me thinking it might be over, but things turned around once King was busted open. Catchphrase. And then that 24th punch. Divine survives Travis King, but can he survive Travis King? Brody Sampson, voice Vindy and Pride and Filth. We find out this Sunday live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Requiem, the Elimination Chamber. Will we see this same sight? Or will there be a new undisputed champion? Alright, it's only 6:01, so I'll do reality wrestling. But Genesis, guys, will be on Friday. But you gotta give me like 10 minutes because I actually have to set up the card. So I'm gonna end stream and then start it again so they can be two separate videos on the Ube of Tube. The Ube of Tube, the U of Tube. But stick around, 10 minutes. Reality wrestling will be live.